What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video and some relatively good news. A report from Rich Cimini today. I think will have Jet fans excited. So on Rich Cimini's podcast, he mentioned that Mike Vrabel has told people that he is open to the New York Jets head coaching job if he approves of the GM hire. Cimini adds that Vrabel doesn't care what Bill Belichick might think of Woody Johnson and would interview and decide on his own. This really excites me because Mike Vrabel is my number one option for the New York Jets head coaching job. And not everyone, but he is most people's favorite or one of their favorite options. I personally think he would be a very good option. I'm tired of the first time head coaches, especially in the state the Jets are in right now. I don't think they could afford to take the risk of hiring an unknown commodity on either the defensive or offensive side of the ball. At least with Mike Vrabel, he has a proven track record. So it's not necessarily as much like, hey, hire Mike Vrabel and then he hires the GM. I think it's more of, do I want to work with this person, yes or no? So it'll be dependent on who the Jets hire at the GM position. That's still obviously TBD. That I would assume comes first shortly after the season, and then the head coaching search will then begin. But all the names we've talked about at length, I think, are in play for the Jets, and there's no way to know who Vrabel does and does not want to work for. Now, the reasoning behind the whole GM thing, apparently one of the big downfalls was he was very adamant about not trading A.J. Brown when he was in Tennessee. And they did, and they decided to draft Treylon Burks, and that unfortunately hasn't worked out for the Tennessee Titans. But that was kind of the beginning of the end for Mike Vrabel during his time with the Tennessee Titans. So I think he kind of wants to make sure that he's on the same page with the GM on the state of the team. So that's not like an uncommon thought. It's not like Vrabel's pining for like complete roster control or anything like that. I'm not thinking that's what he's doing. Now, can we get into why I really like Mike Vrabel as an option? So he has coached 99 games, been a head coach for 99 games in his career with the Tennessee Titans. He finished above 500, 54-45 in 99 games. He won multiple playoff games. He had a trip to the AFC Championship game. Although he comes from the defensive background, he was a defensive coordinator in Houston before he got the Tennessee job. I view him more as that CEO style of coach and not someone who is just a side of the ball specific coach. Robert Saleh, defensive coach, was never able to really fully adjust and be a CEO style of coach. I think Vrabel has proven that he can do that. And some of the pushback that you get on being pro Mike Vrabel is, well, the Jets have this really bad coaching staff right now, and some of these guys worked with him in Tennessee. So wouldn't he just keep this same staff, or doesn't he have issues picking his same staff, picking his staff? And listen, I'm not a Keith Carter guy. I think he should go. Tony Dews is another one, the running backs coach that was brought over from the Tennessee Titans, and Todd Downing as well, who is now effectively the offensive coordinator. Now, Todd Downing didn't work out as the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans for his 1 year there in that position. But the good news with Mike Vrabel is two of his offensive coordinators before that, they both got hired to be head coaches somewhere else. First, it was Matt LaFleur, who was the offensive coordinator for the Titans. He gets the Green Bay job. And then it was Arthur Smith, who was the offensive coordinator after LaFleur, and Arthur Smith got the Falcons job. So yeah, on the third one, you know what? He came up empty. But the first two guys, he hired people who were good enough at their job to yield a head coaching result. Hasn't happened for the Jets in a very long time. Look, this just being not a no out of the bat is a good thing for the Jets. It's not obvious, but it's easy to see them get kicked when they're down. Like things are going really poorly in the Aaron Rodgers era, and Woody Johnson getting involved, and Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh got fired, and both those spins have been put out there from their angle and how the Jets are this disaster of an organization. And while, yeah, he being Mike Vrabel was a player under Bill Belichick, it's not necessarily like he's going to, take Bill's, word as gospel, and just because Bill doesn't like Woody Johnson and the Jets, that Mike Vrabel won't take the interview or won't do some digging himself to see if he'd be interested in that job. He doesn't come from the Belichick coaching tree. That's a common misconception because he played under Bill Belichick, but he didn't coach under Bill Belichick. Who knows? Maybe he ends up with the Ohio State job. That could be something that I could see. But if Mike Vrabel interviews for this job, I would want the Jets to offer him the position. He would be my favorite option for the New York Jets, and hopefully he would take them up on it, because I think he could turn this team around. He's a good coach, wins tight games. Look at his numbers when he was an underdog and how they're able to win outright as underdogs, how often during his tenure. It's something that I think would be good for this franchise. Guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I will catch you next time.